The screen glows. Your thumb hovers. Their name sits there, unread. You scroll back. Old words. No reply. Invisible hums. Each tap, a silent plea. Each pause, a wait. You don't send, yet the urge pulls. To prove, to be seen, to show worth. It runs again, the loop, the silence stings. Not theirs, yours. You think a message will break it. A word will anchor you. You draft, you delete. The cycle spins. Each moment spent, a thread. Each hesitation, a crack. You think you're acting. You're reacting. Rejection hums. Not in their absence, in your need. Why act when their silence speaks louder? You think a word will shift it. A text will prove you're enough. But does it? Each message unsent, is it their answer or your reaction that binds? You think you're reaching out. You're reaching in, digging deeper. The urge to prove, it's not about them, it's about you. Your fear of being unseen, your shame in the quiet. Does their reply change you, or does your waiting? The cycle cuts deeper. Each check, each glance, loss grows. Not in their eyes, in yours. Emptiness compounds. No one notices. You carry it alone. The need to prove, it erodes. Not their view, your ground. Quietly, slowly, without a sound. Each scroll, a surrender. Each pause, a wound. You think you're holding on. You're letting go of you. The silence isn't theirs. It's yours. And it's heavy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Their silence is not your mirror. Stillness is. The storm rages outside. Inside, a pause can hold. A breath can ground. Their absence isn't your verdict. Your response is. The urge to act. It's not truth. It's noise. The world spins. You don't have to. Silence is not defeat. It's discipline. You don't need their eyes. You need yours. You wait for their word. But what if you're waiting for your own? You think you're unseen. Is it their gaze or your reaction that blinds? The urge to prove runs. It's not clarity. It's a trap. You think you're building worth. You're breaking it. Each moment you chase, you lose. Not them. You. The silence isn't empty. It's a mirror. What do you see? Not their face. Yours. You don't speak. Silence begins. Why check again? The screen stays dark. What does it owe you? You wait. Does their silence shift? Or does your reaction pull? You scroll. Why? To prove what? To who? Regret hums. Each tap, each pause. Does it fill the void? Or deepen it? You know the urge. To act. To be seen. Numbness grows. Why feed it? Their words, their absence. What power do they hold that you don't? You hesitate. Is it fear or habit? Shame whispers. Why listen? You could send. You could chase. Would it change them? Would it change you? The loop runs. Why let it? Attack asks nothing. Silence demands less. The urge to prove. It's a pulse. You feel it. You know it. Why act? The screen doesn't answer. Their silence doesn't judge. You do. Each glance, a question. Each wait, a chain. What do you seek? Their nod? Their word? Or your own ground? You pause. Does it weaken you or free you? The quiet hums. Not theirs. Yours. Why fill it? The void isn't theirs. It's yours. Why deepen it? You could react. You don't. Silence holds. What does it ask? Nothing. What does it give? everything. Principle 1. The trap of explanation. The urge hums. You open the chat. Words form, delete, rewrite, send, number. You pause. But the need to explain pulls, to clarify, to prove. Their silence stings. You think words will fix it. A sentence, a paragraph, something to make them see your worth, your truth. You draft again. Each letter, a plea. Each pause, a wait. Invisible grows. The screen glows. You stare. Why? To be understood? Or to escape the quiet? The cursor blinks. Your heart races. You think you're speaking. You're begging. Explanation is a trap. You think it builds a bridge. It doesn't. It digs a hole. Each word you send, regret compounds, not because they don't reply, because you chase their gaze. You hand them your power. You beg for their mirror. And what comes back? Silence. Or worse, words that shift nothing. The need to explain, it's not about them. It's about you. Your fear of being unseen. Your shame in their absence. Each attempt to clarify, it erodes. Not their view, yours. You think you're proving worth. You're proving need. The loop spins. You run. The void grows. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." You imagine their judgment. You craft a defense, but the courtroom is empty. Their silence is not a verdict. It's noise. Your words, they don't reshape their mind. They chain yours. Each unsent message. Each deleted draft. It's not failure. It's a signal. The urge to explain is a loop. A system error. Not truth. You think you're clearing the fog. You're thickening it. Each word you hold, a step back. Each pause, a reclaiming. Stop. Say less. Don't send. Close the app. Let the urge hum. It will pass. It always does. Their silence doesn't measure you. Your silence does. Don't fill the void. Let it be. Each word you hold back, it's not loss. It's control. Each pause, it's not weakness. It's ground. You don't need their eyes to see your worth. You need yours. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. You don't owe anything. The quiet settles. A new question rise. What lingers after silence? The shadow moves. You chase it. Not with words now. With glances. With waits. With hopes they'll turn. You refresh the feed. Their story loads. You watch. No sound. No trace. The shadow slips. You lean closer. Chase hums. You think it's subtle. It's not. Each click, a thread. Each moment spent, a weight. The emptiness carves deeper. Not in their world, in yours. The screen glows. Your eyes burn. You think you're close. You're lost. The shadow isn't them. It's your need. To be seen. To matter. You follow their steps. Their absence. You think it shows worth. It doesn't. It shows loss. Each refresh. Each linger. You give away time. You give away ground. The void grows. Not because they're gone. Because you pursue what isn't there. Chase is a reflex, not a choice. It pulls. You run. And the shadow? It fades. Always. You think you're proving loyalty. You're proving need. The loop tightens. The silence screams. Picture a tide. It drags. You swim against it. Exhausted. Still, it pulls. Now stop. Float. The current passes. You remain. Detaches the float. Not fighting, not chasing. Letting the shadow dissolve. Their absence isn't your mirror. Your presence is. Don't pursue. Not chasing isn't surrender. It's power. Each moment you stay still. The void shrinks. Each breath you hold, you reclaim. The tide moves. You don't. Silence is not defeat. It's strength. You don't need their story. You need yours. The void is where it clears. A pause forms. Another urge stirs. The urge shifts. You don't chase, but you linger. Their silence sits. You sit with it. A voice hums. Check again. Maybe now. Maybe something changed. Overthink spins. The phone rests. You don't touch it. Yet the mind runs. What did they mean? Why no reply? What's missing? You. Anxiety hums. Each thought, a thread. Each question, a weight. You wait. Not for them, for answers. The mind races. The quiet stings. You think you're solving. You're sinking. Waiting is heavy. You think it proves worth. It doesn't. It proves need. Each loop of thought, regret, grows. Not their silence. Your response. You replay their words. Their absence. You build a case. Against them, against you. Shame whispers. The mind spirals. Not because they're gone, because you hold the absence tight. Overthink is not clarity. It's a cage. You lock yourself in. The key? It's in your hand. You think you're finding truth. You're forging chains. Each question, a lock. Each doubt, a bar. Pause. Breath cuts the loop. Don't ask why. Don't seek answers. Their silence isn't your puzzle. Your stillness is. Each thought that rises, let it pass. Each urge to solve, let it fade. Not checking isn't weakness. It's discipline. You don't need their reply. You need your ground. The mind hums. Let it. Don't feed it. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. Silence is not surrender. It's power. Pain doesn't mean truth. A moment splits. Two voices clash. You want to know. Knowing changes nothing. Silence does. The quiet deepens. Another reflex pulls. Principle 4. The illusion of pleasing. The reflex kicks. You adjust. You soften. You smile when it stings. Their silence lands. You nod. You agree. You shift to fit. Please hums. You think it shows worth. You think it keeps them close. A word held back. A need unspoken. You bend. You break. Shame grows. Not in their eyes. In yours. Each compromise, a crack. Each yes, a wait. You think they'll see. They don't. The quiet cuts. You think you're building. You're breaking. You assume pleasing builds a bridge. It doesn't. It builds a cage. You trap yourself. Their approval, it's not your mirror. It's a shadow. Each time you bend, loss compounds. Not their presence. Your ground. You think you're proving value. You're proving need. The urge to please. It's not connection. It's fear. Fear of being unseen. Fear of being left. You hand them your power. They don't ask for it. You give it. Each nod, a surrender. Each smile, a chain. You think you're enough. You're empty. You think, if I fit, they'll stay. If I'm enough, they'll see. But do they? You adjust. They drift. You please. They fade. The trap snaps shut. Their gaze doesn't measure you. Your reaction does. Withdraw breaks the loop. Don't bend. Don't chase their nod. Say less. Stand still. Their silence isn't your verdict. Your presence is. The cage opens. You step out. The quiet isn't loss. It's power. You don't need their eyes. You need yours. You don't have to react. The cage opens. A new pull rises. The pull shifts. You don't bend, but you grip. Memories flash. Their voice. Their words. You replay the moment they left. You hold it tight. Hold on hums. The past sits heavy. You think it keeps them near. It doesn't. It keeps you stuck. Each memory, a chain. Each thought, a weight. Grief grows. Not because they're gone. Because you won't let go. The past hums. You listen. You think you're keeping. You're losing. Holding on feels like proof. Proof of worth. Proof of care. But it's not. It's loss. You clutch the past. You think it defines you. It doesn't. It buries you. Each replay, emptiness deepens. Not their absence. Your refusal to move. You think, if I hold this, I hold them. If I keep this, I keep me. But what do you keep? A shadow. A wound. The urge to hold on. It's not love. It's fear. Fear of the void. Fear of what's next. Each memory, a weight. Each linger, a wound. You think you're whole. You're breaking. A rope binds. You pull. It burns. Let it go. The fall isn't real. Let go is the ground. Don't replay. Don't cling. Not checking is not defeat. It's discipline. Their past isn't your mirror. Your stillness is. Each moment you release, the weight lifts. Each breath, you return. The rope falls. You stand. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. Silence is not surrender. It's strength. Let go isn't weakness. A tide pulls. You don't cling. You stand. The quiet holds. Their absence lingers. You breathe. No chase. No grip. Detachment cuts the thread, like a blade through fog. It clears. Not their shadow. Your sight. The tide moves. You don't. Stillness hums. You think it's loss. It's ground. Principle 6. The loop of reaction. The phone buzzes. Your heart jumps. A name. Theirs. You reach. You stop. But the urge hums. Reeked. Reply now. Say something. Prove you're there. Prove your worth. The words form fast. You type. Delete. Type again. Isolation hums. Each impulse, a spark. Each pause, a weight. You think it's connection. It's not. It's a loop. The screen glows. Your fingers shake. You think you're acting. You're trapped. Reaction feels alive. It feels like power. It's not. It's a chain. You answer their silence. You fill their void. Each text, sent, loss, grows. Not their presence. Your ground. You think, if I respond, they'll see. If I act, I'm enough. But are you? You react. They drift. You chase. The loop tightens. Each impulse, it's not truth. It's need. Need to be seen. Need to be right. The cycle spins. You run. The quiet screams. You think you're proving. You're losing. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." Their message isn't your mirror. Your response is. Don't feed the spark. Break loop. Don't type. Refrain. Let the urge hum. It fades. It always does. Not chasing is not silence. It's control. Each moment you pause, the cycle slows. Each breath, you reclaim. The loop hums. Let it. Don't feed it. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. Silence is not defeat. It's power. Silence isn't surrender. The loop quiets. A new weight forms. The weight shifts. You pause. No reply sent. The urge fades. A quiet hums. Not theirs. Yours. Stillness holds. Like a stone in a river. The current passes. You remain. The quiet isn't loss. It's ground. You breathe. The silence doesn't pull. You stay. Principle 7. The myth of closure. The mind pulls. You seek answers. Why did they leave? What went wrong? You scroll old chats. You trace their words. You hunt for a reason. Hope blindly hums. You think closure proves worth. You think it frees you. It doesn't. It binds. Each search, a thread. Each memory, a weight. Numbness grows. Not because they're silent. Because you chase their why. The screen glows. Your eyes burn. You think you're solving. You're sinking. Closure is a myth. You think it's a door. It's a mirror. You seek their truth. You find your need. Each question asked, loss deepens. Not their presence, your ground. You think, if I know, I'll rest. If I understand, I'm whole. But are you? You search. The void widens. You hope. The weight stays. The urge to know, it's not peace. It's fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the quiet. Each question, a chain. Each answer, a wound. You think you're closing. You're opening. A lock clicks. You turn the key. The door doesn't open. It vanishes. Disengages the key. Don't ask. Don't trace. Not checking is not defeat. It's discipline. Their why isn't your mirror. Your presence is. Each moment you stop. The myth dissolves. Each breath you return. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. Silence is not surrender. It's strength. You can end without drama. The quiet clears. A new reflex stirs. The reflex pulls. You don't chase answers. The quiet holds. A shadow lifts. You breathe. No questions asked. No reasons sought. Disengagement cuts. Like a thread snipped clean. The void doesn't grow. It shrinks. The quiet isn't loss. It's power. You stay. The silence doesn't sting. It grounds. Principle 8. The burden of visibility. The urge hums. You hide the sting. Their silence lands. You smile. You nod. You act unbroken. Suppress. Runs. You think it proves worth. You think it keeps you seen. It doesn't. It buries you. Each mask, a weight. Each pretense, a crack. Fear grows. Not their gaze. Your own. You think they'll value strength. They don't see it. You don't feel it. The smile fades. The quiet cuts. You think you're holding. You're breaking. Suppression is a load. You think it's armor. It's a cage. You lock the pain inside. You think it shows control. It shows need. Need to be enough. Need to be flawless. Each smile you force. Isolation deepens. Not their distance. Your own. You think, if I hide this, I'm strong. If I hold it, I'm worthy. But are you? You suppress. The weight compounds. You conceal. The void expands. The urge to hide. It's not power. It's shame. Each mask, a chain. Each nod, a wound. You think you're seen. You're lost. Marcus Aurelius said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. The sting isn't your enemy. Your reaction is. Observe it. Don't bury it. Breathing through is not weakness. It's discipline. Their eyes don't measure you. Your awareness does. Each moment you see the pain, the cage opens. Each pause, you reclaim. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. Silence is not defeat. It's strength. Stillness is enough. The mask slips. A new pull forms. The pull shifts. You don't hide. The sting sits. You see it. No mask, no armor. Awareness hums, like a light in fog. It doesn't erase the pain, it holds it. You breathe. The weight doesn't grow, it stills. The quiet isn't loss, It's ground. You stay. The silence doesn't pull. You breathe. Principle 9. The pull of attachment. A tether binds. You feel it tug. Their name, their memory, their absence. You lean in. A torch hums. You think it keeps them close. You think it proves worth. It doesn't. It pulls you under. Each thought of them, a knot. Each linger, a weight. Loss grows, not their presence. Your ground. You hold the tether tight. It burns. You don't let go. The past hums. You listen. You think you're keeping. You're losing. Attachment is a current. You think it's a lifeline. It's a chain. You tie yourself to their shadow. You think it saves you. It drowns you. Each memory you grip, emptiness deepens. Not their silence. Your refusal to release. You think, if I hold them, I hold me. If I keep this, I'm whole. But are you? You cling. The tether tightens. You attach. The void widens. The urge to hold. It's not love. It's fear. Fear of the empty. Fear of the now. Each memory, a wound. Each linger, a chain. You think you're whole. You're breaking. A weight hangs. You clutch it. It pulls. Drop it. The fall isn't real. You unhook is the cut. Don't linger. Don't grip. Not chasing is not loss. It's discipline. Their shadow isn't your mirror. Your stillness is. Each moment you release, the tether loosens. Each breath, you rise. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. Silence is not surrender. It's strength. Detachment is a form of respect. The current slows. A final reflex stirs. The reflex pulls. You don't grip. The tether falls. The quiet hums. Not theirs. Yours. Detachment holds. Like a stone untouched by the tide. You breathe. The void doesn't call. You stay. The quiet isn't loss. It's power. You breathe. The silence doesn't sting. It grounds. Principle 10. The silence of worth. The urge stirs. You run. Not to them. To noise. To work. To screens. Escape hums. You fill the quiet. You drown the sting. You think it proves worth. You think it keeps you whole. It doesn't. It splits you. Each task, a mask. Each distraction, a weight. Emptiness grows. Not their absence. Your flight. You flee the quiet. You fear it. The noise hums. You listen. You think you're living. You're losing. Escape is a loop. You think it's freedom. It's a cage. You bury the pain. You think it shows strength. It shows need. Need to be busy. Need to be seen. Each move you make, isolation deepens. Not their silence. Your own. You think, if I fill this, I'm enough. If I run, I'm alive. But are you? You escape. The void follows. You distract. The sting stays. The urge to flee. It's not power. It's fear. Fear of the still. Fear of you. Each task, a chain. Each screen, a wound. You think you're whole. You're breaking. Seneca said, you must be willing to face yourself. The quiet isn't your enemy. Your reaction is. Be here. Don't run. Breathing through is not defeat. It's discipline. Their gaze doesn't measure you. Your presence does. Each moment you stay, the cage opens. Each pause, you return. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. Hold it. Breathe it. Be it. Silence is not surrender. It's strength. Not doing is power too. The quiet holds. A final pause forms. The pause lingers. You don't run. The quiet sits. You sit with it. No noise. No flight. Presence hums like a flame in still air. It doesn't waver. It holds. You breathe. The sting doesn't pull. You stay. The quiet isn't loss. It's ground. You breathe. The silence doesn't sting. It grounds. Seneca faced exile. He wrote. His words cut through centuries. Not for their gaze. For his own. Stillness was his reply. The silence deepens. A new reflex forms. The reflex shifts. You don't flee. The quiet holds. Their absence sits. You see it. No chase. No mask. Awareness hums. You think it's empty. It's not. It's ground. The urge to act fades. You breathe. The silence isn't loss. It's yours. The quiet isn't void. It's power. The pause lingers. Another pull rises. The pull stirs. You don't move. The silence holds. Their shadow fades. You stay. No words. No chase. Detachment hums. Like a blade left still. It doesn't cut. It clears. You breathe. The urge to prove weakens. The quiet isn't void. It's power. The silence doesn't pull. You stay. The stillness deepens. A new reflex forms. The reflex pulls. You don't act. The quiet sits. You sit with it. Their absence doesn't sting. It rests. Silence hums. Like a tide gone still. It doesn't drag. It holds. You breathe. The need to prove fades. The silence isn't empty. It's yours. The quiet isn't loss. It's worth. A thread pulls. You don't grip. Detachment cuts. Like a sail loosed from the wind. You drift. Not lost. Free. The quiet deepens. Another urge stirs. The urge hums. You don't follow. The quiet holds. Their shadow doesn't pull. You see it. No grip. No chase. Presence hums. Like a stone in still water. It doesn't move. It grounds. You breathe. The silence isn't lack, it's worth. The quiet doesn't sting, it grounds. The pause lingers. A new reflex forms. The reflex shifts. You don't lean. The silence sits. You sit with it. Their absence doesn't call. You stay. No words. No pull. Stillness hums. Like a sky cleared of clouds. It doesn't hide. It reveals. You breathe. The urge to act fades. The quiet isn't void. It's ground. The silence doesn't pull. You stay. The silence holds. Another pull rises. The pull stirs. You don't move. The quiet holds. Their silence doesn't tug. You see it. No chase. No grip. Awareness hums. Like a flame in still air. It doesn't flicker. It burns. You breathe. The need to prove weakens. The silence isn't loss. It's power. The quiet doesn't sting. It grounds. You want to act. Acting changes nothing. Silence does. The pause deepens. A final reflex forms. The reflex pulls. You don't act. The silence sits. You sit with it. Their absence doesn't sting. You breathe. No words. No chase. Detachment hums. Like a tide, gone still. It doesn't drag. It rests. The urge to prove fades. The quiet isn't empty. It's yours. The silence doesn't pull. You stay. The stillness holds. A new pause forms. The pause lingers. You don't move. The silence holds. Their shadow doesn't pull. You see it. No grip. No flight. Presence hums. Like a stone in still water. It doesn't shift. It grounds. You breathe. The urge to act weakens. The quiet isn't lack. It's worth. The silence doesn't sting. It grounds. The silence deepens. A final moment stirs. The moment hums. You don't lean. The silence sits. You sit with it. Their absence doesn't call. You stay. No words. No pull. Stillness hums. like a sky cleared of clouds. It doesn't hide. It reveals. You breathe. The need to prove fades. The quiet isn't void. It's ground. The silence doesn't pull. You stay. The pause holds. A final breath forms. The phone dims. Hands rest. No sound moves. The urge hums, then fades. You didn't chase. You didn't explain. Quiet holds. A breath. Another. The sting sits. You see it. No pull, no weight. Stillness grows. Not their gaze. Yours. The silence isn't empty. It's yours. The quiet doesn't sting. It grounds. You paused. Was it loss or ground? Breath is enough.